Our final district House district in Dallas County is District 44. District 44 covers the urban areas on the eastern side of our county, which include Clive, Waukee, and West Des Moines. We have two candidates running for District 44, Anna Bergman and Travis Grassel. So if you will, please join me in welcoming Anna Bergman.
I'm going to adjust a little bit since I'm a little taller. And I don't look good when I slouch. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. Well, good evening. I want to start first and foremost by thanking you. I want to thank you not only for spending your Thursday evening here with us in Van Meter, which is a wonderful city, by the way, if Mayor Adams is listening. But I do want to thank you for being involved. I want to thank you for being involved with our party and being involved with this election. I know in midterm elections, sometimes it's easy to get complacent. And as Governor Reynolds said, we simply can't do that. We can't do that this election. We have to fight for everything that we've been working hard to do for the last 2 years. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Anna Bergman, and I am running for Iowa House District 44. I am running for a number of reasons. One, I believe in standing up for good people, and I believe in standing up for common sense conservative principles, here and at the Capitol. I actually am from the district. I was raised in the district. My family is here. I've spent my life in the district with them as small business owners, as community volunteers, as members of Hope Church, back when there was only a few of us that were members. And this district means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because it's where I chose to start my own small business when it was time for me to start my own when I was in college. It means a lot to me because my family is still here. My sister is a teacher, and and her husband is teaching in Waukee as well. So it really matters to me what happens here, and it matters to me what happens at the Capitol and who we're standing up for as well. I'm serving my second term on the Waukee City Council. I was appointed just a couple of years ago, was lucky enough to be appointed by city leadership then, and reelected this past November. And I will tell you, serving in local government has been incredibly rewarding, and both rewarding and eye-opening. Some of the issues that we deal with in local government are the very same issues that they deal with at the Capitol. We've been up there almost every week from Waukee. Our delegation has been there fighting to protect our small business owners, our local businesses that are the backbone of our economy. We've been fighting to protect economic development and to protect local control. Because as Baba mentioned, local control is absolutely the best way to run an efficient government. And I think all of us here, right, we're for lean, efficient, and effective government. And we need to keep it that way. And the best way to do that is to provide local control. Now that also means we do need to have oversight. There needs to be transparency in those local governmental bodies. And what I did, I was the legal counsel for the Iowa Association of School Boards. And in my work there, primarily, my job was to help our local school boards understand how they can and need to comply with open meetings and open records. Now those are just two statutes that are a small fraction of what our governmental bodies need to be doing, but they are critically important. They're critically important for us as taxpayers, for us that are sending our kids to schools, for us that are seeing where our money is going. It's critically important that we have that transparency. And so coming from local government, I think it's absolutely invaluable experience that I'll be able to take to the State House with me. Some of you that maybe know me a little bit, maybe too well, I'll say, know that I'm not content with status quo. I never have been. I'm horribly bad at sitting idly by. I'm horribly bad at sitting still in general, but horribly bad at sitting idly by. And I believe in standing up for people when they deserve it. I believe in standing up for what's right. And a few months ago, I saw an op-ed in the Des Moines Register that was angry, that was unfounded, and it was coming from the left attacking Governor Reynolds. And when I saw that, I knew that the right thing to do was to stand up for her, to stand up for what she had been doing, stand up for her administration, stand up for the things that she's been doing to protect us, to protect our children, to protect our education system. And I did that. And as I mentioned, I was legal counsel for the Iowa Association of School Boards. And the reason I say that in the past tense is because as soon as that article was published, my supervisor walked into my office with a copy of the article and a termination agreement in their hand and told me that they didn't tolerate that kind of partisan language at the School Board Association. That's not acceptable in Iowa. It really isn't. We stand up for our constitutional liberties, not just when they're conservative, not just when they're Republican, not just when they are what we believe in, but we stand up for the constitutional liberties that each and every single one of us deserves. And that's what Iowa is about. We stand up for good people. And so part of my reason, the extra push that I needed to run for this position, was because I found myself, just days before Rob Taylor announced that he was retiring, I found myself in that position. And I'm a woman of faith. I was raised in the church. I have a strong faith, and I believe that things happen for a reason. And I believe that when I sat there and realized what door had been opened, I knew it wasn't a choice not to walk through it. And there are some days, when I'm outdoor knocking on hour number 5, and we're covered in blisters and sweat, and it's getting hard. I find strength, not from me. It isn't from me. It's not coming from me, but it's coming from God. And I truly, truly believe that. And I believe that when I was appointed to the city council, that he was speaking to me then as well, because I was just weeks away from moving out of my current home and moving across town. And the councilman that was about to resign moved in just days before he was going to make his announcement. And I still remember that moment when he came to my door and asked to borrow a pen. And I thought, well, who in the world is this guy? Why is he at my door? And he said, well, I just want to let you know, I really care about this community, but I am going to have to resign my position. And I thought, I can do this. I can do this because these are my people. These are the people that helped raise me. These are the people that we went to the ice cream shop in Waukee together. These are the people that, we were there when Waukee was a 2A, a 3A, a 4A finally school. And these are the people that I want to help, I want to represent. And I know how, because I understand them. I'm there, I'm with them, we go to Hope Waukee together every Sunday morning, unless I wake up early enough to get to West Des Moines, right? But it matters to me. It really is a big deal to me. But the other side of it is I am a small business owner as well. So I believe that we have a responsibility to local businesses. We were raised, my parents own family businesses, which they will tell you there's a lot of good that comes with that. And then there's some frustration as well, because it is hard to be a small business owner. And I think that my work on the council has been tailored to maybe championing for a little bit for small businesses, because I believe that's important. Make it easier. The government should not stand in the way of our economy, and small businesses are the way to grow our economy. The last thing I will leave you with is just a small anecdote. So my first seat in elected office was many years ago. I was in the 5th grade, and I was attending Waukee Elementary, which at the time was one of 3 elementaries in Waukee. And if any of you would pay attention, they just bought land for the 10th elementary in Waukee, so much different. But I was in 5th grade, Waukee Elementary, and I was the president of the student council. And so at 6:30 in the morning, in the art room of Waukee Elementary, I learned parliamentary procedure. And at the end of the year, our task was to come up with a slogan for next year for our elementary school, which I believe is still their slogan, but don't quote me on that. But what we chose was, together we can. And I think that saying resonates true today. I think it resonates true with what the work that our legislators have been doing at the Capitol, the work that we do, that many of you do, and local offices as well. Together, we can. I care about this community. I care about Iowa, and I truly believe that together, we can build a better Iowa. Thank you for your time.